Would you prefer to work hard for your money or let your money work hard for you? As a wise man once said, money makes money, and the money that money makes money. Yes, it's compound interest which gives you the power to make that choice. That's why Albert Einstein allegedly called it as the eighth wonder of the world. It's a fundamental financial principle that can significantly grow your wealth over time. So, when it comes to interest, it isn't always simple, but it doesn't need to be difficult to understand. Basically, interest usually falls into one of two groups, simple or compound. What are those and what is the difference? Before knowing it, first, let's understand interest. What is an interest? Everyone knows of savings accounts. You would probably own one or more by now. So, for keeping your money in the bank savings account, you will be rewarded with an interest by the bank. The interest is shown as a percentage, usually expressed per year, and is calculated based on the amount of money in your account. Simple interest is just that, simple. The interest rate is applied only to the amount in your account. That is, only to the principal. For example, if you have 1 lakh rupees in savings account that earning 5% interest for a year, it would grow to 1,05,000 rupees when the interest is paid at the end of the year. Mathematical calculation is shown on screen. As we had learned these formula and calculation in our school days, not going through in detail. So the interest you receive over a certain period is a fixed percentage of the principal amount you deposited or withholding in the account. Let's understand this simple interest over the long term. For instance, if you keep the same 1 lakh rupees in your savings account for 10 years, then every year you will receive a constant or the same 5,000 rupees as interest. Please take a look at the table and chart for a better understanding. Now, how is compound interest different, you may ask? Compound interest is distinct because it allows for the accumulation of interest not only on the principal amount, but also on the interest previously earned. This compounding effect can be likened to a magical phenomenon as the money you deposit continues to generate interest, and that interest, in turn, also earns interest. Let's take the same example. 1 lakh rupees deposited with a compounded interest earning of 5% every year. So at the end of year 1, yes, you earned the same interest of ours 5,000. But for the second year onwards, the interest calculation would be the original principal amount plus the interest earned in year 1. So at the end of second year, the interest earned would be 5,250 rupees and not 5,000 rupees as in simple interest. Please take a look at the table and chart for a better understanding. To see the difference even more and understand the magic of compounding, let's take an example of monthly compounding instead of annual compounding in our previous case. As per the data, the monthly compounding increases your yearly interest earning at the end of first year to 5,116 rupees, whereas the annual compounding had yielded only 5,000 rupees. Overall, with monthly compounding at the end of 10 years, your total interest earning would be 64,700 rupees, which is comparatively higher than the annual compound yield for 10 years, which was 62,890 rupees. The compounding effect occurs as interest is applied after the first month. Then the interest rate for month 2 is applied to the principal and interest, and so on. This compounding allows your money to grow at an accelerated rate over time. Although the impact is harder to perceive in the early years, it becomes quite pronounced eventually. Examining our examples over a number of years clearly demonstrates the significant difference compounding can make. You may not be convinced by seeing such small interest gains, but obviously it depends on the principal we investing or saving. So to convince, let's understand the difference between simple and compound interest with a better example. Let's say you invested rupees 1 lakh every year into an account earning 5% simple interest each year, and you decided to withdraw the interest at the end of each year. Over the 30 years, you would have saved 30 lakh rupees and earned 9,50,000 rupees interest on top of that. Is that good? Let's see the interest earned via compounding and conclude. If you made the same investment with interest compounding monthly and a 5% interest rate over the same 30-year period, your interest earned would be a whopping 41 lakh and 25,000 rupees, with a total balance including the saving amount would be 71 lakhs and 25,000 rupees. Hope you can visualize the difference. The difference is significant. When compared to simple interest, the extra interest earned from monthly compounding can really add up over time. So the key is to start the sooner to put your money into an account that is earning compound interest and leave it there. The faster your money will accumulate and the larger your savings will become. It's also worth remembering compound interest can work against you when you are the one paying it, such as with credit cards. Keep this in mind when making financial decisions. Regarding compound interest, we tend to agree with Mr. Einstein, who also supposedly said that those who understand compound interest earn it, and those who don't pay it. Which side of the equation do you want to be on? Do you wish to see which are all assets to consider to invest and take advantage of compounding to grow your wealth or achieve your goals? We will cover that in our next episode. So this brings us to the end of this video. Always remember that compound interest and compounding can supercharge your savings and retirement potential. Successful compounding lets you use less of your own money to reach your goals. Give yourself time to see how compound interest works for you. Feel free to share your thoughts on today's video, and if you found it helpful, please consider liking and subscribing for more valuable insights. Thank you for watching, and happy investing.